Welcome back to Beyond the Battlefield. We're like on Kurukshetra. Today we're diving into Chapter 2, verses 4 to 8 of the Gita. Last time in Episode 9, Krishna was, like the first ever psychiatrist, breaking Arjuna's fake pity, showing us to shed false pity and lead with clarity. Now, Arjuna's still stuck, struggling with his duty, and Krishna's guiding him through it. We'll see this with a young sales manager facing a tough choice. Let's get started.
I'm Samir, and I'm like doing the right thing. I'm a junior sales manager. Been at this company in Mumbai for 3 years now. Today is a big day. I'm leading a pitch to a major client. It's a huge deal for us. My senior teammate Ravi, he's on my team. He's the one who taught me everything when I started. Like a big brother, really. I owe him so much. But the company's new plan, it's pushing us to offer crazy discounts. I mean, it might mess with the product's quality, and I don't want to mislead the client. But Ravi, he's counting on me. He's under so much pressure to hit these targets. I can't let him down. How can I go against him? He's my mentor. I'd look so disloyal if I spoke up. I told my manager I'm worried, but he just said, raise the concern, Samir. I heard him, but he doesn't get how hard this is for me. I can't have Ravi thinking I'm not a team guy. I've always been the loyal one, You, inside, I'm all over the place. Part of me wants to speak up for the client, but then I'd be betraying Ravi. I feel so bad for even thinking that. I can't do this. I'm stuck. Either I go all in with the plan to keep peace, or I just step back from the pitch completely. I can't handle this. Yesterday, a teammate asked why I'm so quiet, and I got so mad. I snapped at her. I said sorry later, cause I'm not that guy. But she shouldn't have pushed me. I'm trying my best. I just want to do what's right for Ravi and the team. That's what matters, right?
Oh my gosh. Samir really thinks he's got it all figured out, doesn't he? He's so sure he's doing the right thing. But I'm kind of seeing some gaps here, Anchor, let's break this down. With Arjuna's story in verses 4 to 8 and Samir's struggle, where do we even start with this?
Let's kick things off with verse 4. Arjuna is talking to Krishna and he goes, how can I fight Bhishma and Drona? They're my elders. I respect them so much. Now, doesn't that sound super humble? Like he's just this respectful guy who can't fight because he looks up to them? But hold on a sec. If you really listen, he's actually saying, how can I, Arjun, do this bad thing? It's not just about Bhishma and Drona. It's about him. He's thinking, I'm such a good guy. I can't do this. That's his ego talking, hiding behind his respect, making him look all humble. But it's a trick. Imagine someone saying, oh, I'm nothing, just the dust at your feet. But their eyes are sparkling with pride, like, look how humble I am. Arjuna's ego is hiding, keeping him stuck, because he doesn't want to look like a bad guy. Even though he knows fighting is his duty as a warrior. He's supposed to protect what's right. And here is the first big lesson. Beware of humility masking ego.
Oh, wow, I totally get that. So, Arjuna's acting humble, but it's really his ego sneaking in. And Samir's doing the same thing, isn't he? He's all, how can I go against Ravi? He's my mentor. Sounding so humble, like he's just being a good teammate. But I see it now. He's actually scared of looking disloyal. He wants everyone to think, wow, Samir's such a loyal guy.
You nailed it. Let's move to the next one. In verse 5, Arjuna says, I'd rather beg on the streets than kill my elders, because if I win, everything I get will be stained with their blood. So he's thinking, if I fight, everyone will say I'm a bad guy. I'd rather die than let that happen. He's so stuck on looking like a good person, he's not even thinking about his duty to fight for what's right. It's like when you get angry at someone, then say sorry. But not cause you really mean it, just cause you wanna look like a good person again. Arjuna's doing the same. His ego's deciding for him, not his duty, keeping him stuck in his image, stopping him from doing what he's supposed to do, fighting for justice, for what's right, even if it's hard. Don't let self image dictate decisions.
I see that now. So, Arjuna's letting his image take over? He's so worried about how he looks. And Samir's the same way, huh? He's like, I can't risk Ravi thinking I'm not a team guy. I've always been the loyal one. He's so caught up in how he looks. He's not thinking about what's right for the client or the company, letting his image decide. Just like Arjuna, not what's really needed.
Okay, next, let's listen beyond your ego's filter. Let's go back a bit. In verse 2, Krishna told Arjuna, how can you be so confused? This pity isn't for you. It'll only bring shame. And in verse 3, he said, don't be weak, Partha. Get up. You're a fighter. Krishna was trying to shake Arjuna up, tell him to stop hiding behind his pity and focus on his duty. But in verses 4 to 6, Arjuna doesn't even hear that. He's too busy with his own thoughts, saying, I don't know what's better, winning or losing. But then he decides, I'd rather beg. He's only hearing what fits his good guy story, not Krishna's advice to be strong and fight. It's like looking at a cloud in the sky. One guy sees a ghost because he's scared, another sees a god because he's religious. Same cloud, but they see what they wanna see. Arjuna's ego is like a filter, only letting in what he wants, blocking out Krishna's words, keeping him stuck in his own story, not letting him grow or see the truth. He's missing the big lesson Krishna's trying to teach.
Oh, I get it now. So Arjuna's not really listening to Krishna, because his ego's filtering out the hard stuff. Samir's doing that too, isn't he? His manager told him to speak up, but Samir's like, he doesn't get how hard this is. He's only hearing what keeps him as the loyal guy, not the real advice to do what's right. It's like you're talking to a friend, but they're only thinking about their own worries, not really hearing you. Samir's not listening. His ego's filtering out the truth. Just like Arjuna, he's missing what he really needs to hear to grow.
You're so right, Jessica. Now let's go to overcome moral paralysis with clarity. In verse 6, Arjuna says, I don't know what's better, winning or losing. But then he decides, I'd rather beg. He's saying he's confused, but still making a decision out of fear. That's not real clarity. That's ego refusing to admit it's stuck. In verses 4 to 5, he keeps saying, I can't fight them, I'd rather beg. He's stuck on his fears, not seeing his duty. Imagine being lost in a dense forest. No map, no clue, just emotion. You can't just sit down and cry. You need to search for signs. That's what Krishna is offering. Arjuna needs to stop, see Krishna's signal, and find clarity. Not let his ego write the whole story. Duty greater than drama every time.
I see that. Arjuna's so stuck, like emotionally frozen. And Samir's there too, right? He says, should I speak up or stay quiet? I can't do this. I'm stuck. He's got no clarity because his ego's making him swing between choices. Samir needs to pause, see clearly, and move with conviction. Not just let fear and ego pull him around.
Exactly. And here comes a big one. Unify your inner self for true surrender. Right now, Arjuna's all over the place. One part wants to fight, another part wants to run, another part feels guilty. In verse 6, he says, I don't know what's better. I don't even wanna live if I have to kill them. That's a split mind. And with a split ego, surrender isn't even possible. It's like one part says, I'll wake up at 5 am. Another says, it's too cold, sleep. And a third says, you lazy fool. How will you ever wake up like that? Same with decisions. Same with duty. He has 25 inner voices, none united. In verses 7 and 8, he finally says, I am so confused. Show me the way. But he is still not ready to fully surrender because his voices are still talking over each other. True surrender equals all parts of you saying yes.
That makes so much sense. I totally get how Arjuna's voices are fighting inside, keeping him stuck. And Samir's just like that too. He said, part of me wants to speak up, but I'd be betraying Ravi, and I feel so bad. That split ego right there. Samir's inner world is full of conflict. Until that gets unified, he won't find clarity either.
Now we get to something truly powerful. Transcend ego for higher duty. Krishna's goal, not just fixing Arjuna's feelings, it's to get him to transcend ego completely. Western psychology says build a strong ego, but Krishna says build it, yes, but only so you can surrender it. It's like this. Imagine a tiny drop of water floating in the air. It wants to join the ocean, but it's still vapor, scattered, unformed. Vapor can't merge with the sea. First, it has to condense, become a drop. Only then can it jump into the ocean and become one with it. Arjuna is that vapor right now, scattered, full of emotion. Krishna is saying, become a real drop, strong and clear, and then leap into your duty. Only then can you merge with the greater truth. That's transcendence. From I can't to I serve.
Oh, wow. I love that drop in ocean story. It's so clear now. So Arjuna's ego is like vapor, scattered. He needs to become a drop, then let go, to merge with something bigger. Samir's stuck there too. He's all about being the loyal guy. He says, I just want to do right by Ravi, but he's not seeing his bigger duty. To the client, to truth, to the organization. It's like a kid who won't share a toy because he's scared it'll be taken. But he doesn't realize that sharing brings more joy. Samir's ego is stopping him. He needs to jump into that ocean too.
Let's talk about something real. Anger and forgiveness. Arjuna shows regret after expressing his dilemma. But the Gita shows us this isn't true transformation. It's ego trying to fix its image. We do this too. You get angry, then say, sorry, that's not who I am. But the anger returns tomorrow. That means you didn't really change. You just patched up your image. It's like breaking a glass, saying sorry, but then breaking another tomorrow. You're not learning, you're covering. That's the ego cycle. Arjuna's stuck there. So is Samir.
Got it. Arjuna's stuck in that cycle, saying sorry to look good, not to grow. Samir's stuck too. He said, I got mad. I snapped at her. I said sorry later, 'cause I'm not that guy. But then he says, she shouldn't have pushed me. That's blame, not change. Samir's ego wants to stay nice, not real.
Totally. Let's go deeper and talk about genuine connection. Arjuna isn't really hearing Krishna. He's hanging his own thoughts on Krishna's words, like a coat on a hanger. It looks like communication, but really, it's just projection. In verses 4 to 6, Arjuna keeps saying, I can't fight, I'd rather beg. But Krishna already said, you're a warrior. This isn't you. They're not talking with each other. They're talking past each other. Samir's doing that too. His manager said, raise the concern. But Samir's inner voice said he doesn't get it. That's ego filtered dialogue.
Exactly. Samir said, I'm trying my best. But it's all from his perspective. He's not really connecting with what others are saying. He's not hearing his teammate, or his manager, or even himself. He's trapped in his own echo chamber. Same as Arjuna. Real growth means breaking out of that self-talk loop and really listening.
Okay, here's a big insight. Ego loves extremes. Arjuna says, I'd rather be a beggar than a king if it means killing my elders. That's drama. That's ego. He doesn't want middle ground. He wants to be number one, even in suffering. Bernard Shaw once said, I'd rather be number one in hell than number two in heaven. It wasn't about truth. It was about staying number one. Samir's doing the song. Either I go all in or I back out completely. That's not duty. That's ego's pendulum.
I get that. He's like, I'm either the most loyal guy or I quit. No middle ground. That's not leadership. That's ego needing to be exceptional.
And now, one of the most beautiful teachings ever. Balance through the middle path. Buddha told a king turned monk, if a Venus strings are too tight, they break. If too loose, they flop. Only the middle tuning makes music. That's life. Too much pressure, snap. Too little discipline, nothing happens. But in the middle, clarity, harmony, music. It's like riding a bicycle. Lean too far one way, you fall. Lean the other, you fall again. But balance, that's where the ride begins. That's where ego dissolves. That's where Arjuna must go.
I love that Venus story. It's so beautiful. So Arjuna needs to find that middle path. Not king, not beggar, but balance. Samir too. He doesn't have to fight Ravi or betray the team. Maybe he can speak honestly. Protect the client and support his mentor. That's the music of leadership. Not shouting, not silence. Clarity, harmony, balance.
And before we end, something big. In verses 7 and 8, Arjuna surrenders. He says, I'm lost, I'm stuck. I don't know what's right. Krishna, show me the way. Be my guru. This is huge because every scripture says to truly learn, you must go to a guru. Not just one who knows the text, but one who's living them. This is the true turning point. Not a sword, not a speech. Surrender.
Wow. Arjuna asking Krishna to be his guru? That's the real shift. He's not just Arjuna the warrior now. He's Arjuna the seeker. And Samir needs that too. We all do. So, are you stuck between extremes? Swinging between loyalty and silence? Maybe it's time to pause, to center, to surrender. Because maybe that's where real leadership begins. You've been listening to Beyond the Battlefield. What's your battle? What's your balance? But hey, if you want to dive deeper, reflect more, or ask your own questions, we've got something special for you. Head over to our exclusive GPT Companion link. It's your space to interact, explore more insights from the Gita, or just continue the conversation at your own pace. Just tap the link in the show notes or in description. Episode 11 is coming. Will Arjuna find his strength? Will you? Stay bold, stay aware, and let's conquer those inner fights. Together,